Welcome to Project 3. I know it's hard to believe, but I warned you, it goes by very quickly. I've heard some feedback that the calendar is helping keep you on track. That's consistent with feedback I've heard from other students in other courses, and I'll be honest, it helps keep me on track too. So make sure you look at that calendar. I typically look at it every day. I encourage you to do the same. I look at today, the next few days, and then kind of over the horizon at least once a week, just to make sure we're all on track. It's one of the secrets to success. The others, of course, is to take advantage of those peer reviews, stay engaged in that discussion board, apply the feedback I've given you, and then always stay ahead. Some of you have taken my advice and you submit your assignments, your projects early. That allows me to look at them early, and then if you do need a resubmission, you've got plenty of time to do that. It also helps make sure you don't fall behind, right? By definition, if you're submitting early, you're not going to fall behind. So if you're not already doing that, I encourage you to consider doing so for Project 3 and future projects in this course as well as others. Now, when you review my feedback, don't focus on the points earned, right? There are only three options. You meet expectations, which means you got a 50. You exceeded expectations. There are very few that get that, but there might be a few in this course so far that have, and there may be some that exceeded for the whole course. We'll see, but that's 100. And then if you don't meet expectation, you get a 0. So it's basically a 0, a 50, or a 100. Some of you know that. We've got some questions, so I always like to review that just to make sure you understand that. But here's the main point. Put grades out of your mind. As long as you're meeting expectations, that's all that matters in terms of passing the course, right? You may recall during my introductory video, I talked about our relationship, and one of the ways I offered that we could describe this relationship was as a mentor-protege. Well, if I'm your mentor, and we're working in a normal organization, whether it's a public relations agency or an organization, maybe we're a department of communications supporting another larger organization, or maybe we're a small-time firm or a small firm in a city somewhere. Whatever organization you have in your own mind, when you submit work to me as your supervisor, I'm not going to give you a grade. I'm going to give you feedback, right? That feedback makes you better. It makes us better as an organization. That's the kind of mindset that I encourage you to approach, not just this course, but the entire program, okay? I think that helps a lot to me, having taught classes for decades now. I think it's a unique as well as helpful approach. It gets us out of that academic mindset and more on what I believe is most important for most learners, and that's how to apply what we learn to this coursework, but more importantly to the real world. All right, as always, please let me know if you have any questions. Stay ahead, stay engaged, especially with those discussions and peer reviews, and of course always enjoy your time of learning.